School van driver is out on bail this morning after being arrested for driving drunk with students on board in New Bedford. According to Massachusetts State Police, 34-year-old Rebecca Shing was arrested Tuesday afternoon. Troopers say she was driving erratically on Route 140 in New Bedford. 4 children and an 18-year-old were on board a minivan with school bus plates. Shing is now charged with OUI and 4 counts of child endangerment. Prosecutors say she blew a .15 on a breathalyzer test and admitted to taking Suboxone earlier in the day. She appeared in court Wednesday and was given $1,000 bail. 5:07 this morning, Cranston police are investigating after a body was found. According to police, a man was found dead off of the Washington bike path near Tongue Pond. Police have not said whether that death is suspicious yet. They are still waiting on the medical examiner's office to determine a cause of death before they decide on how to proceed. Now, we here at ABC6 will continue to update you on this story as we learn more. 5:08 this morning, Sean Mann has been found guilty for his involvement in the killing of Maya Brophy Behrman in Providence. Mann was not the shooter, but was in the car when shots were fired at the 24-year-old, killing her. Mann and the shooter, Isaiah Pinkerton, thought Brophy Behrman's boyfriend was a rival gang member. But he wasn't. It was a tragic case of mistaken identity. In January, Pinkerton was given 2 life sentences. Mann will be sentenced at a later date. Rhode Island senators are joining with Congressman Gabe Amo and Providence Mayor Brett Smiley to announce a new grant to help first responders handle the opioid crisis in the capital city. $2.3 million from the Comprehensive Addiction and Recovery Act will go to Providence's first responders. Senator Whitehouse was an author of that act. That announcement will be at 10:30 at the State House. 5:08 this morning, the Rhode Island Department of Corrections and the Department of Labor and Training will launch a new recruitment campaign today. In a release, RIDOC says it's hoping to hire 150 officers by 2027. On hand for the launch, Governor Dan McKee making his first appearance since the Attorney General moved to not charge the governor over the ILO group contract. He'll be joined by Mayor Brett Smiley and Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos, making her first appearance since her Puerto Rico trip. That campaign rollout is at 10 in Providence. 5:09 this morning, ahead of today's installation of the new Archbishop of Boston, Richard Henning, a coalition of clergy sexual abuse survivors and supporters will rally outside of the Mass. According to the coalition, they are demonstrating to call attention to the diocese's history of sexual abuse and cover-ups. The coalition went on to say Archbishop Henning has a, quote, history of ignoring or botching clergy sexual abuse cases during his time as auxiliary bishop of Rockville Center, New York, as well as here in Providence. The protest will be outside of the Cathedral of the Holy Cross in Boston starting at noon. The North Providence Fire Department will be laying a fellow firefighter to rest today. Firefighter Andy Rainville died Saturday, October 26th at home. Born on the 4th of July, Andy truly was the All-American. He's survived by his wife and 2 children. Services will be held at the Winfield and Sons Funeral Home in Scituate this morning from 9 to 11 a.m. Your current time, 5:10 this morning. Still to come for you here on Good Morning Providence. Former President Donald Trump is teasing a possible cabinet position while Vice President Kamala Harris is outlining her priorities if she wins. We'll break down the latest in the campaign trail ahead of Election Day. Plus, a junior firefighter received special honors in New York this week. We'll explain why some may regard him as a local hero. Coming up, you're watching Good Morning Providence here on ABC6.
It's your voice, your vote.
Watch ABC6 News, your election headquarters.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Especially when it's the irresistible steak, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich. Get yours today.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
ABC Election Night.
When we fight, we win!
We will soon be a great nation again.
Who will be your next president? Election Night. This is where America turns for answers. ABC Election Night Live.
Bob's Discount Furniture presents this year's biggest challenge. It's time to dare to compare. My Mango set is only $9.99 versus theirs at $15.69. My signature hybrid mattress versus the leading brand name hybrid mattress. Theirs is over $1,000 more. My Playday is $7.99. Theirs is over $2,000. My 6-piece modular Bob, $14.99. Theirs is over $2,500. See how much you can save when you dare to compare. In store or at mybobs.com.
Milk chocolate beyond words. Classic recipe by Lindt.
Before I called the Stefano brothers, my garage floor was cracked. It was extremely hard to clean and keep clean. I couldn't be any happier with the way my floor turned out. When I found out the Stefano brothers was doing garage organizers, I reached out to them and it took my garage to a whole nother level. My new garage storage solution makes me feel organized. Everything has a place now. And when I walk into my garage, now I'm walking into my home.
Every day it's an honor to work for the people of Rhode Island. The people who teach our children and the parents who get them to school. The people who build our economy and defend our nation. The people who provide affordable health care and protect abortion rights. The people who protect our planet and our state. I'm proud to work side by side with you and for you. I'm Sheldon Whitehouse. I approve this message and I ask for your vote.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Get any size iced coffee in any flavor for just $1.29 during breakfast hours.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. It is 5:13, and we now have just 5 days to go until Election Day. Former President Donald Trump teasing a possible cabinet position for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Vice President Kamala Harris goes one-on-one with ABC News, outlining her priorities if she wins. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington with the latest.
Former President Trump doubling down on calling himself a protector of women, even after he says his campaign advisors told him not to.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them.
Trump also addressing reports that he promised control of public health agencies to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is an anti-vaccine activist.
He's going to be with us, and he's going to make sure our food is safe, our people are safe, our women are safe.
Vice President Kamala Harris responding, saying putting an anti-abortion conspiracy theorist in charge of our public health agencies says everything you need to know about how Donald Trump would govern. Trump with a photo op, dressing as a sanitation worker.
For Joe Biden to make that statement, it's really a disgrace.
Trump slamming President Biden for appearing to call his supporters garbage. Biden says he misspoke and was referring to the comic at Trump's rally who called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Harris going one-on-one with ABC's Mary Bruce.
My highest priority is to bring down prices and bring down costs. That is one of the biggest issues that is affecting the American people. I've been traveling the country. They know the price of groceries is still too high. I know it's still too high. Bringing down the cost of housing, bringing down taxes for middle-class families so they can not just get by but get ahead. Those are my highest priorities.
And Harris was asked about the possibility of becoming the first female president in U.S. history. She says she does not expect anybody to vote for her because of her race or her gender. She says she wants to earn their vote with a plan to make their life better. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Perry, thank you. 5:15 this morning. Former President Donald Trump's social media stock is suffering a sudden setback. Truth Social owner Trump Media and Technology Group's share price plunged 22.3% Wednesday. That marks Trump Media's worst one-day loss since going public back in March. At Tuesday's close, Trump's dominant stake in the company was valued at about $5.9 billion. By the end of trading Wednesday, the value of Trump's shares tumbled to $4.6 billion. That is a loss of $1.3 billion in net worth in a single day. It's not clear exactly what caused the sharp reversal for Trump Media. In Rhode Island, just over 19% of eligible voters have already voted. That represents roughly 152,000 votes. More than 40,000 are mail-in and 111,000 from early voting. In Massachusetts, nearly 70% of all mail-in ballots have been returned. More than 441,000 early voting ballots have been cast, and those totals represent more than 27% of all registered voters in the Bay State. Now, Rhode Islanders, if you haven't registered to vote yet, you still have some time. The Board of Elections is reminding everyone same-day registration is allowed within the Ocean State. Now, you do have to be a U.S. citizen, 18 years old, and not face any felony charges. To register within Rhode Island, you have to show proof of living within the state since October 6th or prior.
ABC 6 weather brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Now we've got a little bit of fog that we are dealing with on this Halloween morning. It may only be 53 degrees right now in Providence, but those temperatures are heating up for spooky season. The fog is clearing up later this morning. We will enjoy mostly sunny skies with a high near 78. That's toasty. Near a record for Halloween, actually. For the trick-or-treaters tonight, it's going to be cloudy, and that's going to be setting the mood for you. There's going to be a low around 62 degrees, so you might need some longer sleeves, but no need to put a coat over your costume. We've got a reminder for you this morning. We are still dealing with an elevated fire risk. It's remaining in place for southern New England today. That includes Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. It is due to the dry and warmer than usual temperatures. Humidity levels and winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour are possible tonight and tomorrow, increasing the risk of brush fires spreading. Looking ahead to tomorrow, the clouds are hanging around, but we will still see some sun to start off the weekend with a high near pleasant 77. Temperatures will cool down a bit this weekend with an average temperature of 56 and a low of 34 Saturday night. On Sunday, it'll be a high of 55 and a low of 36 on Sunday. Winds will also be calming over the weekend, which will help with the current elevated fire risk. 5:18 this morning in Connecticut, firefighters are working around the clock to contain the massive Hawthorne fire. That blaze started last week in Berlin, and fire crews are battling against some difficult conditions. 127 acres have burned, and the rain that recently fell in the area did little to no help. The Hawthorne Fire Operations Section Chief said they are moving into the mop-up phase. Now, that phase is when firefighters start on their fire line and identify any hot spots. They will then put water on those hot spots and stir them up to make sure the hot spots will not reignite and become an issue in the future. But with heavy winds projected, battling those fires could become even harder as fire behavior could intensify. First responders have come from as far as Quebec to work to contain the Hawthorne fire. And as of Wednesday morning, the Hawthorne fire was at 30% containment. 5:19 this morning. We're taking a look at the roads for you. Let's see what it's looking like on our sky cam. We mentioned it was foggy, so keep in mind that your visibility may be impacted by that, as we can kind of see on our sky cam right now. We're taking a look again at 95 at Branch. Moderate traffic in either direction, not too heavy, not too light. We're at a good spot right now, which I believe will likely be reflected in our travel times as we take a look at those. They're coming up on your screen here for you in just a moment. In the meantime, make sure that you are buckling up and making any adjustments to your vehicle prior to getting on the road. So you want to make sure you check your side and rear view mirrors so that you have a 360-degree view of all of the cars around you. Here are those travel times: 29 minutes on the southbound 95 between the S-curves and Providence Place. We've also got 8 minutes on the southbound 146 between 295 and 95. Both of these under your benchmarks of 30 minutes and 10 minutes respectively. We're looking good on this Thursday morning. Now, for some commuter news for you. The Rhode Island Public Transit Authority making a big announcement that today the historic East Side Tunnel in Providence will be reopening. The tunnel was originally built to help the trolley lines navigate the steep College Hill, but it was closed back in March for extensive repair and renovations. The announcement of the reopening brought local leaders together for a celebration ahead of the big day and what it means moving forward.
The restoration project not only enhances the tunnel's structure and bus services, but it also recognizes the history of this area.
This 100-year-old piece of infrastructure is still able to serve us today and really creates kind of the bones of an effective transit system, as long as we choose to maintain it and update it, that is really unique throughout the country.
The $25 million project focused on improving drainage, lighting, and structural integrity of the tunnel. The project will also allow routes 1, 32, 33, 34, 40, and 61X to return to their regular route through the tunnel. 5:21 this morning. A junior firefighter from Dighton is now back home after he was given a special honor this week in New York. That was after he saved a woman's life over the summer. 15-year-old Benjamin Corville became a hero at a local restaurant in Fall River when he saw a woman nearby who appeared to be choking. And as a junior firefighter, Corville did not hesitate to try and help.
I actually kind of could see the seat, and I noticed something was off, and then she got up and I was like, "Are you choking?" And she nodded her head yes, so that's when I knew that I needed to do something.
Corville was able to give CPR and the Heimlich maneuver thanks to Dighton's junior firefighter program. The woman and her family could not thank Corville enough for his heroic act, which is why he was awarded the First Responders Children's Foundation Junior Firefighters Hero Award. Corville said when he turns 18, he plans to enter the fire academy to help others and protect his community. A noble cause there. Congratulations to you. 5:22 still to come on Good Morning Providence for you. The World Series is over. When we come back, we will tell you what this win meant for one player and his family. Stay with us.
For what's happening right here in Providence right now in southern New England.
For your city, your stories, all in one place. Switch to ABC6.
Getting you to the heart of every headline. Helping you plan ahead with the most accurate and dependable local forecast.
Join the growing number switching to southern New England's most trusted news source. Switch to ABC6.
Adventure confidently with Honda, car and driver's most awarded brand in 10 Best history. The CR-V and CR-V Hybrid. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
As drivers, we encounter motorcycles on the road every day, and motorcycle safety is a two-way street. So give motorcycles extra space when stopping and starting. Check your mirrors and blind spots. Share the road, but never try and share a lane. Every rider could be a father, a son or a brother, a mother, a daughter or a sister, or the whole world to someone very special. Brought to you by the Rhode Island Police Chiefs Association and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Discover the difference of a great night's sleep. Try all the top-rated mattresses at Raymore and Flanigan. Upgrade to the 5-star Tempur-Pedic Breeze and get a free gift card. Enjoy the ultimate comfort of the customer favorite Beauty Rest Black. Plus, get a free adjustable base. Or get huge savings on the highly rated luxury of Heirloom. All with free next-day mattress delivery. Our convenient financing plans allow you to buy now and pay later. So you can upgrade your mattress today at Raymore and Flanigan.
One great idea can change your life.
That's what Shark Tank does.
That's the American dream right there.
This calling is for my kids.
What you've done is remarkable.
One of the most innovative things I've seen in my life.
This could be our biggest deal ever.
I want to be on the team with you.
Shark Tank, new Friday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Excitement comes standard with the Honda Accord, and so does a turbocharged engine. Stand out with the Honda Accord. Contact your Honda dealer today or shop online.
Welcome back to ABC6. It is 5:25 this morning, and the World Series is now over. The Los Angeles Dodgers won Game 5, claiming victory against the New York Yankees. For one Dodger, this championship means much more, as his baseball family came through for him when his family at home had a big health scare. The last 3 months for Dodgers superstar Freddie Freeman have been a roller coaster, but his wife and the mother of his 3 boys, Chelsea, gave us an amazing update before last night's game on their son, Max. Here's ABC's Danny New with the story.
She is gone!
Dodgers first baseman Freddie Freeman had a legacy-defining World Series, starting with this walk-off grand slam in Game 1. All this coming famously while the now series MVP nursed a sprained ankle.
For him to finally go out on this note with all the things that he's doing is just absolutely incredible.
ABC spoke with his wife, Chelsea Freeman, before the series clinching Game 5. Chelsea and their 3 boys had been seen cheering on Dad at many of the games, and while it was hard to fathom Freddie's ability to overcome his injuries on the sport's biggest stage, that feeling is only magnified when you consider what his family has been through these past few months. In early August, Chelsea shared on social media that their 3-year-old son, Max, had been experiencing, quote, full-body paralysis. They took him to the hospital where he was diagnosed with a rare neurological condition called Guillain-Barré syndrome.
It's just crazy. Like a few months ago, we were just at our ultimate, low place.
After 8 days in the pediatric ICU, Chelsea shared that Max finally was able to return home. And while he started his long road to recovery, the Dodgers organization and players stood behind the Freeman family, wearing shirts soon after saying Max strong. 6 weeks later, Max continued to make strides in his physical therapy and was seen at Dodger Stadium walking with Dad. Now, 3 months after that initial health scare, Chelsea gave a very encouraging update on Max's progress.
His improvements have been absolutely mind-blowing. All our PTs, our neurologists, our doctors are all just thrilled.
Freddie Freeman on 1-2. Into center field, a base hit.
And in the World Series clinching final game, Freeman once again came through for the Dodgers, ending a season with so many ups and downs on an ultimate high.
It's been a grind these last 3 months, but this organization, Stan, Andrew, Brandon, Doc, my teammates, my family, it's been a lot, and this is it right here.
You saw a clip of their oldest son, Charlie, at the game last night. Well, Chelsea said that after Freddie's big grand slam walk-off in Game 1, all of Charlie's friends immediately jumped on him, started celebrating with him. That's got to be pretty cool, right? In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Thank you, Danny. Your current time, 5:28 this morning. Still to come here on Good Morning Providence. It is a guilty verdict for the other man accused of murdering Maya Brophy Behrman when Sean Mann's sentencing is coming up. And today is the first day for Boston Archbishop Richard Henning, but ahead of his installation today, there will be a protest. What those protesters are calling for when we come back. You're watching Good Morning Providence here on ABC 6. Here's a look outside. We will have more details on Halloween and all the fun festivities you can find around southern New England when we come back.
How do you print money legally? Just own an insurance company. They get a payment every month. But if you get injured, they argue about paying you. At Rob Levine & Associates, we use the power of law to get you more than the insurance company wants to pay. Call the heavy hitter.
Call 1-800-LAW-1222.
Alice loves the scent of Gain so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice. And long-lasting Gain scent beads, part of the irresistible scent collection from Gain.
With just 5 days to go, this morning GMA is right there, inside the campaigns, in the swing states, with all the morning's first breaking news on the final sprint to Election Day. Every morning, first on GMA.
It's time to declutter, organize, and protect with a complete garage makeover from DeStefano Brothers Concrete Coatings. Imagine your new, beautiful, durable, and easy-to-clean garage floor that will give you additional usable space.
It definitely makes a huge difference.
And DeStefano Brothers makes organization simple with custom-designed storage systems. From cabinets to overhead storage, you'll get the space you need. Take advantage of 0% interest financing for 2 years. Call DeStefano Brothers and schedule your free consultation now.
The SEC on ABC. Top teams take the field Saturday. First, a rivalry battle between the Gators and second-ranked Bulldogs in Jacksonville.
Georgia looking dangerous now.
Then, Texas A&M fights to stay atop the SEC against a hungry South Carolina.
A&M got to dodge the upset trap on the road.
The SEC on ABC, Saturday at 3:30 and 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
URI football is on MeTV Saturday, November 2nd. Your nationally ranked Rhody Rams look to keep on rolling as they take on the Monmouth Hawks live at Meade Stadium. URI versus Monmouth live Saturday at 1 p.m. on MeTV. For tickets, call 401-874-RAMS or visit GoRhody.com/tickets.
David Muir, ABC's World News Tonight, the most watched newscast in America, and honored with the Emmy Award, winner for Outstanding Live News Program.
Behind the back.
No look.
Let me show you how it's done.
Now I know why they call you the heavy hitter.
Injured in a car wreck? Call me, attorney Rob Levine.
Call 1-800-LAW-1222.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence and happy Halloween to you. I'm Cara Bailey. Of course, today is October 31st and we've got a foggy start to your Halloween morning. So keep that in mind as you make your way out the door. We'll take a look at traffic in just a little minute. But right now we've got your 7-day up on your screen for you and you see that glowing Halloween icon there. 76 is the high right now. The temperatures are heating up for spooky season. And in Newport, it's already 61 degrees, 56 in Pawtucket and Taunton. The fog is clearing up later this morning. We will enjoy mostly sunny skies with a high near 78. For the trick-or-treaters tonight, it'll be cloudy to set the Halloween mood with a low around 62 degrees. So you might need some long sleeves, but no need to put a coat over your costume. A reminder this morning, an elevated fire risk remains in effect for southern New England today, including Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. That is due to the dry and warmer than usual temperatures. Humidity levels and winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour are possible tonight and tomorrow, increasing the risk of brush fires spreading. Looking ahead to tomorrow, the clouds are hanging around, but we will still see some sun to start off the weekend with a high near 77. 5:32 this morning, firefighters in Massachusetts continue to work to contain brush fires that have burned hundreds of acres of land. So far, 170 acres have burned in Middleton. No neighborhoods have been in its path. Now, that fire in Salem has burned 130 acres since Saturday. Air quality concerns are easing today compared to the beginning of this week when smoke was starting to drift closer to communities. 5:33 this morning, we are taking a look outside on Thurber's Avenue, and we've been talking about that fog all morning long. You can kind of tell through our sky cam right now that it looks a little bit hazy on there. It's foggy, so that's what's causing that decreased visibility, which may greet you on the roads. Now, if you look closely at Thurber's, you can see there are still some gaps in between some of those headlights, so there is room for you, and the only thing that we're really dealing with right now is that decreased visibility. So let's take a look at our travel times, if we can get those up on our screen here. In the meantime, make sure that you are practicing all of your safety tips. We'll have some tips about some pedestrians for you in just a second here too. Your travel times are on your screen for you right now. 9 minutes on the northbound 114 between White Church and 195. If you're headed from Route 4 to Thurber's Avenue on the northbound 95, you have a 10-minute ride. Only 7 on the northbound 1 between Kingstown Road and the Route 4 split. 5:34 this morning, we've got some breaking news coming out of Hartford Avenue in Johnston right now. This is near the intersection of Bishop Hill Road. It's closed to traffic. That is due to a crash. This has been submitted on our Now Local News app. You can see there first responders are on scene. We here at ABC6 have already reached out to police for more information. We are recommending that you avoid this area as you will be turned around by police.